Hello, hello, hello. Friend dropped off this radio. It's a Zenith. Real old Bakelite. What do they call this stuff? And I was just messing with it. Let me show you what it looks like first. Let me take this knob off. I plugged it in, didn't do anything. So I thought I would take it apart and just have a look-see, but it's real simple. It comes with 2 screws. And it just slides in there. Like so. So that needs to be, the glue on this thing is dropping, it's melting. It needs to be picked back up and set in there right. And that needs to be polished out. And the rest of it's got little stickers here need to come off. And the volume knob was kind of stuck, so I sprayed it down and got it a little looser. But it doesn't come on. And I switched it on. I don't see nothing heating up. No tubes are heating up or anything. So let's pull it back out and have a look at this thing. It's all really good condition for the, considering the age of it. Get that out of there. The speaker has a little bit of holes in it there. The dial there, I mean, look how clean the dial. I haven't touched this with, and you got to be real careful when you're messing with that kind of stuff, because if you put any kind of cleaner on it, it might just mess it all to hell and just ruin it. Best thing to do is get a, don't put any cleaner on it. Just get a microfiber cloth and just brush it. I mean, this thing is really clean. It really doesn't, it's all it needs is to be microfiber cloth, and this thing works. There's the dial. And this knob here was, and it's still kind of stiff. The volume knob, it's really stiff. Then here's the AM FM knob. But the volume knob is kind of stiff. You need to get some more of that spray in there, but it doesn't power on. None of the tubes in it light up or anything. It doesn't do anything. And let me see if I can show you the tubes there without damaging anything. Doesn't have that much dust on it, and appears to have all the tubes. And I did notice one thing when I was looking at it. If you turn it over here, I'm gonna be careful. You turn it over and you see all the electronics. First thing I noticed was, I think this is some kind of rectifier or something. But if you notice, it has this wire coming out and getting on this bottom pole. Then it has a diode right there, and it's going over here. But it has nothing on this side. There's solder there, and the wire's missing. There's nothing on that side. Let me see if I can get you closer there. You see that right there, there's just no wire on it. So I don't know what the deal is on that. But you see the electronics in this whole thing. I mean, that's some old technology there. That was before PC boards. They just sat there and soldered all those little components, wired them here and there, wherever they go, just solder it there and let it hang. And you see that these are the tubes. There's the volume thing that's kind of stiff. I don't know what most of these components do, but it has the power hook to it. There's the power. Goes to the switch. Then it goes over there. And it does look right about here. If you can see that. It does look like there's been some work done because there's a puddle of soldering paste where somebody did some kind of work right here. And that doesn't look like that was done when it was made. It would look like someone did some work because this wire that's running across right there is all baked from them heating it up. So somebody did a repair right there. But it doesn't show any sign of life, and so I'm gonna have to find it, if I'm gonna repair it and get it working. I would have to find the what's it called, the wiring diagram, the schematics on it, or whatever the hell it's called. But there's definitely a wire missing right here. I mean, there's solder there, but there's no wire there. I don't know what the deal is with that. And the power cord that's on it, it was replaced at one point because this is not the factory wire that was on it. That wire here's got a ground, that when the ground is not connected, and it only has 2 poles, so it is not a, you know, and I'm sure it was on one of those fabric cords. This is something that came off of something else, but it just doesn't show any sign of life. Doesn't heat up, doesn't, you know, it's like it's totally dead. There's nothing. When I plug it in, I don't hear nothing going on. So it could be because either that or something else, you know, is burned out on it. See, I don't really notice anything else wrong with it. Let's have a look at it closer here. Let me get you a little closer so you can see better. And maybe somebody that knows something about this radio can say, oh, that's wrong. That's what's wrong. It's the flux capacitor is bad. But if you notice right here, there was some work done. And that, I think, is just a resistor or something, or what is that? All these are resistors. And they're just scattered about and just all over the place. But I really don't see anything okay. That, see this brown wire right here, That one goes to this tube. Now this tube could be out. I don't have a way to test the tubes. That's another thing. But I can only see that that's something they did there, and I don't know why this wire, there's nothing. I don't see any wire that would have fell off of there. There's only that yellow wire going through there and this white and red one, and it's connecting to this. So that's strange. But for the age that this thing, I'd say, what, maybe, I don't know, 50s maybe. It's in pretty damn good condition. You see even the speaker, I mean, it does have, I'm sure that speaker's still good and will play. It does have a couple little holes in it. Maybe some bugs got in there and started eating on it or something. But this panel here, I mean, look how nice that panel is. It's really nice. And needle works. All works really good. And so, just got to figure it out if I got time. I don't see anything, there's, you know, no parts missing off of it. All the tubes are there. I don't know if the tubes are bad or what. And then it has this little bit of information on the bottom of this sticker here, Zenith. Let's see, what does it say? What model? Chassis 7F04 watts 30. Wow, that's a powerful radio. I can't believe that thing is 30 watt. And then it shows all these little numbers. Let me see if I can show. It's got all these other little numbers here, and you can't even read them. I mean, I'm gonna need and then it shows you the tube numbers. But this case is really good condition. You need to wash it up, clean it, and fix that plastic thing, and get it to work. And it'd be a neat little radio. Not bad at all. Probably put a different cord on it, you know, and let's have another look at this side. There's a little transformer there on top of the speaker. And I just gotta see if them tubes are good. Probably the tube is just out on it. But that wire missing on that one thing, I definitely know that's not right. Should have the wire on that thing. But all the tubes feel like they're in there. So pretty neat little radio. I'm gonna see if I can get it going. And just clean it up a little bit, put it together. And what is it? It's the Zenith AM FM. There's no other standard broadcast frequency modulation. That's what it says there on the dial. That all turns real good. So pretty neat. I just wanted to show you that little radio. I thought it was pretty neat. So I thought I'd just make a real little video showing you that. I guess I want to wrap this up here. All right, I'm out.